Welcome to my channel Bright English. Today we will talk about learn English step by step at home. Learning English at home may sound difficult, but in reality, it is one of the most natural ways to learn. You do not need to spend money on big courses or travel to expensive institutes. What you truly need is a clear plan, small daily actions, and consistency. The truth is that anyone can learn English step by step sitting at home if they know how to do it. The first thing to understand is that English is not just a subject, it is a skill. Skills are always learned by practice, not by memorizing rules. When a child learns to walk, he does not read a book about walking. He simply tries, he falls, he stands again, and slowly he walks with confidence. In the same way, you must treat English like a skill to be practiced daily. Start with listening, before speaking, before writing, before grammar. Listening is the foundation. At home, you can listen to English every day. Listen to short audios, simple stories, conversations, podcasts, or even news in slow English. Do not worry if you do not understand everything at the beginning. Your brain is only training itself to catch the sounds. Slowly your ears will become familiar with the rhythm of English, the tone, and the accent. After listening comes speaking. Many learners make the mistake of waiting for the perfect time to start speaking. They think first, I will learn enough grammar, then I will memorize vocabulary, and then I will start speaking. But this is wrong. Speaking must begin from day one, even with very small sentences. At home, you can look around and describe your room in English. You can say, this is my chair, this is my table, this is my book. It may sound simple, but it is powerful. Each small sentence you speak gives you confidence, and confidence grows step by step. Now let us talk about reading. Reading in English is one of the fastest ways to build vocabulary and to understand grammar. Naturally, you do not need to read difficult novels in the beginning. You can start with small children's books, with short articles, or even subtitles of your favorite shows. Read aloud. When you read aloud, you are not only learning words, but also training your mouth to produce English sounds. That is why reading should be a daily habit. Writing is another important step. Writing at home may feel boring, but it is actually the best way to check your progress. When you write, your thoughts slow down, and you see where you are making mistakes. At the end of each day, write 5 sentences about what you did. For example, today I woke up early. I cleaned my room. I studied English. I talked to a friend. I watched a movie. These small notes will become your diary, and in a few months you will see your English improving step by step. Vocabulary is often seen as a mountain. Many learners feel they must memorize hundreds of words. But vocabulary is not about memorization. It is about connection. If you learn a new word, use it in a sentence the same day. For example, if you learn the word beautiful, say, this is a beautiful pen. This is a beautiful idea. That was a beautiful song. The more you use it, the stronger it stays in your memory. At home, you can choose 3 words every day and practice them in your speaking and writing. That is enough. Grammar is another area where people waste too much energy. Grammar is important, but it should not be the first step. When you listen, read, speak, and write daily, grammar naturally improves. Of course, you can learn small grammar rules step by step, but never stop your practice because of grammar. Remember, even native speakers make grammar mistakes sometimes, yet they are understood. Your goal is communication, not perfection. Now let us talk about practice methods at home. One powerful method is to record yourself. Choose a topic, speak for 2 minutes, record it, and then listen. You will notice your pronunciation, your fluency, and your mistakes. This is like having a mirror for your English. Another method is shadowing. Play a short video or audio in English, pause after each sentence, and repeat it exactly as you hear it. This trains your tongue and your brain together. You should also create an English environment at home. Change your phone language to English. Label items in your room with English words. Listen to English songs. Watch English movies with subtitles. Surround yourself with English in small ways so that it becomes part of your daily life. The most important step is consistency. Even if you practice only 15 minutes a day, do it every day. Small steps taken daily are more powerful than one big step taken once a month. At first you will feel slow, but remember the story of the tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. Step by step, you will see results. And remember, mistakes are your teachers. Many learners are afraid of mistakes, so they avoid speaking or writing. But every mistake is a sign of progress. When a baby learns to walk, he falls hundreds of times. Nobody laughs at him. They know falling is part of learning. In the same way, every time you make a mistake in English, it is proof that you are learning. So welcome your mistakes, because they are helping you grow. Now imagine this. You are sitting at home with a simple notebook and a pen. You are not in a classroom. There is no teacher in front of you, but still you can create your own English world. You open your notebook and write down today's goal. Maybe your goal is to learn 5 new words. Maybe your goal is to practice speaking for 10 minutes. Maybe your goal is to read 1 page from a storybook. It does not matter how small the goal is. What matters is that you are consistent. Every small step is like adding a brick to a strong building. And one day you will look at that building and realize you built it with your own hands. One powerful way to learn English at home is through daily conversations with yourself. Many learners feel shy because they do not have a partner to practice with. But you do not always need a partner. You can become your own partner. Stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself. Say good morning. How are you today? What are your plans? What do you want to eat? What will you do tomorrow? At first you may feel silly, but soon you will realize that this exercise gives you confidence. You will begin to hear your own voice in English, and slowly it will sound natural to you. Another step is to use storytelling. Humans are designed to love stories from childhood. Stories help us understand the world. So, at home, Take a simple story in English, read it, then close the book and retell the story in your own words. At first you will forget some details. You may stop in the middle, but that is fine. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to activate your brain. Each time you do this, your fluency grows stronger. You can also practice by teaching. Teaching is one of the fastest ways to learn at home. Imagine you are a teacher and explain something in English. For example, explain how to cook tea, how to clean a room, how to use a mobile phone. Speak as if someone is listening to you. This exercise forces your mind to find words, and the more you do it, the faster your brain will provide those words. Motivation is also a big challenge at home. Some days you will feel excited. Other days you will feel lazy. That is normal. But smart learners know how to push themselves even on lazy days. On such days, do not pressure yourself with heavy tasks. Just watch a 5-minute English video. Just write 3 sentences, or just read 1 paragraph. Even the smallest action keeps the habit alive. The moment you stop completely, your progress slows down. So remember, on lazy days, do less, but never do nothing. Another problem many learners face at home is distraction. Your phone rings. Social media notifications come, family members call you, and suddenly your study time is gone. The solution is simple. Create a small study corner. It can be just a chair and a table, or even your bed. But whenever you sit there, your mind should know this is English time. Keep your phone away. Keep a notebook and a pen ready, and train your brain to focus for at least 15 minutes. With time, this corner will become your personal English zone. Now let us talk about pronunciation. Many learners are worried that they do not sound like native speakers. But smart learners understand that pronunciation is not about copying an accent. It is about being clear. At home, you can improve pronunciation by listening and repeating. Choose a short sentence, listen to how it is spoken, and then copy it again and again. Your mouth muscles will slowly adjust, and your clarity will improve. Do this daily, and in a few months you will notice a big difference. Confidence is another step that grows at home. Every time you practice English, you are building your inner confidence. Imagine one day you have to introduce yourself in public. If you never practiced at home, you will feel nervous and blank. But if you have been practicing daily, the words will come naturally. Confidence is not built in public. It is built in private. So every time you practice at home, you are preparing yourself for the outside world. Learning English at home also gives you freedom to personalize your study. In a classroom, the teacher decides the topic. At home, you can choose what you love. If you enjoy cooking, read recipes in English. If you love sports, read about your favorite players in English. If you like travel, watch travel videos in English. When you connect English with your passion, it no longer feels like study. It feels like fun. And when learning is fun, you never give up. Another powerful method is writing letters or messages in English, even if you never send them. Write a letter to your future self. Write a message to a friend. Write an email to a company. You do not have to send them, but by writing them you are practicing real-life English. This kind of practice is more useful than memorizing lists of words, because it prepares you for real situations. Step by step, your English will grow if you trust the process. At first the progress may feel invisible, but small seeds also grow into big trees. Every page you read, every sentence you speak, every word you write is like watering that seed. With time, you will see the results. Do not compare yourself to others. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. If you know one new word today that you did not know yesterday, that is progress. Celebrate small victories. And remember, English is not only about rules. It is about communication. If you can express yourself and people understand you, you are already successful. Fluency will come naturally if you keep going step by step. The journey may feel long, but one day you will look back and realize how far you have come, all by practicing at home. When you are learning English step by step at home, patience is your biggest strength. Many learners give up too early because they expect magic results in 1 or 2 weeks. They want to speak fluently immediately, and when that does not happen, they lose hope. But the truth is that learning any skill, whether it is music, sports, or language, takes time. Every time you sit down to practice English, you are planting seeds. You may not see the tree today, but under the surface, roots are growing stronger. If you keep watering the seed every day, soon it will break the ground and grow tall. One of the smartest ways to practice at home is to connect English with your daily routine. For example, when you cook, think of the names of the ingredients in English. When you clean your room, describe what you are doing in English. When you watch the news in your language, repeat 1 or 2 sentences in English. By doing this, you are not creating extra time. You are transforming your daily time into practice. English becomes part of your life, not something separate. Another step is to use technology wisely. Your phone can be your teacher if you use it in the right way. Instead of wasting hours on social media, you can use language apps, watch short lessons, or even join online communities where people practice English together. At home, with just a simple internet connection, you can expose yourself to the entire English-speaking world. You can learn accents, phrases, and expressions that you may never hear in a classroom. Let us also talk about repetition. Repetition is the mother of learning. At first you may feel bored repeating the same sentence again and again. But that is exactly how your brain remembers. When a musician learns a song, he plays the same notes hundreds of times. When an athlete practices, he repeats the same movement until it becomes natural. You must do the same with English. Repeat phrases until they come out of your mouth without thinking. That is when real fluency begins. Another secret is shadow practice. This is when you listen to a native speaker and immediately repeat after them. It feels like you are their shadow, copying every sound, every pause, every tone. At first, it is difficult, but slowly your tongue learns to move in the right way. If you do this for 10 minutes every day at home, in a few months your speaking will sound sharper and more natural. At home, you can also build your English journal. Every day write down new words you learn, small sentences you practice, mistakes you made, and improvements you noticed. This journal becomes your personal map. When you look back after 1 month, you will realize how much you have grown. Writing your progress keeps you motivated because it shows you that even small steps add up. Now let us talk about the fear of mistakes. Most learners stop practicing because they feel embarrassed. They think, what if someone laughs at me? What if I pronounce wrong? What if I sound strange? But at home, you have the perfect advantage. You can practice freely without anyone judging you. Use this chance to speak loudly, to try, to experiment. At home, your room becomes your laboratory, and you are the scientist of your own English. Another beautiful step is to watch movies or shows in English. But do not just watch passively. Watch actively. Pause after a sentence, repeat it, copy the expressions, note down interesting phrases. You can even act out the scenes yourself. If you do this regularly, you will not only learn English, but also improve your style and confidence. Reading books at home is also a treasure, even if you read for 10 minutes every night. Those 10 minutes will change your English forever. Choose simple books at first. Do not worry if you do not understand every word. Focus on the story. With time, your vocabulary will naturally grow. Reading also improves your imagination, which makes your conversations more colorful. Let us also remember that learning step by step means celebrating small victories. The first time you understand a joke in English, celebrate. The first time you order food in English, celebrate. The first time you watch a movie without subtitles, celebrate. These moments are proof that your hard work at home is working. They are like milestones on your journey, reminding you that you are moving forward. Finally, let me remind you of something important. English is not just about learning a language. It is about opening doors. Every new word you learn is a new key. It can unlock a job, a friendship, a book, a new country, or a new opportunity. And you are doing all this by simply practicing step by step at home. Never underestimate the power of small, consistent action. Thanks for watching.